For years, the massively multiplayer online genre has felt stagnant and stale, and there's a reason for that. MMOs are the most expensive game in the industry to make, with the average MMO costing between 150 million to 500 million US dollars to make. Because of this, investors are extremely cautious to invest in MMOs since they don't want to take any risks, causing the majority of the games currently out there to feel like cookie-cutter templates of World of Warcraft, the biggest MMO. However, as it turns out, all fans of the genre needed was one lovable, nerdy millionaire to decide to do it himself, and out of the void, Stephen Sharif answered our prayers. He launched Ashes of Creation on Kickstarter on October 2017, breaking the world record for the most funded game on Kickstarter ever by receiving a massive $3,271,809 from the community. Later that year in an interview, Stephen commented that he currently had $30 million set aside for the game on top of the Kickstarter budget, and since then, his team has grown from 14 people to over 100. We can assume that he intends to have finished the production of this game no matter what. So, into the good stuff. What sets Ashes of Creation apart from other MMOs? Ashes of Creation is set in the fantasy world of Vera, a fairly uniform fantasy world inspired by Lord of the Rings, amongst other mainstream fantasy titles. The world is populated with dragons and beasts to kill, as you might expect, as well as dungeons and castles for players to raid. This is not what sets Ashes of Creation apart from other MMOs. In fact, the uniqueness of Ashes of Creation can be boiled down to two main development features. The first of these is a player-run economy. The entire economy of Ashes of Creation is player-run, with players gathering base resources, building equipment, and even the taxes and spending of cities. This has been tried before with ensuing chaos on servers, as players go crazy since, understandably, they are not in the real world and there are no consequences for setting insane taxes or building cities shaped like dicks. Ashes of Creation has bypassed this by having the economy player run, but aided by an in-game system. For example, although cities are generated and run by the players themselves, cities will automatically generate in different nodes of the map as a result of player activity. This also stops the world from being covered in structures, as players are limited to only one city per node. Nodes can progress from a camp of traders all the way up to a top tier of metropolis if the players in an area work hard enough. No game has ever accomplished this successfully before, so if Ashes of Creation can pull it off, it will be huge. Players can even wage war on different nodes if they are allied with a particular one. The second feature is the reactive world of Vera. The story of Ashes of Creation does not play out on the same on every server. Player activity will affect it. For example, a server with a large mining metropolis digging up jewels and gold might attract a mighty dragon that the inhabitants of that node must band together and destroy. On another server, one of the biggest cities might be a trading port dominating the seas, and as a result awakening a terrible kraken from the depths, allowing each playthrough of Ashes of Creation to feel like a truly unique and different game. What these unique features will allow is a world run by players. If you want to lead a band of warriors pillaging anything you come across, you can do it. You can be a Littlefinger type who manipulates the various cities of Vera with your wealth. You can do that. You can even play the game as the greatest fisherman ever to live if you wanted to. The opportunities of this game are endless, and that is why it's going to change the genre of MMOs forever.